Okay, so for next question, at Game Session X asks, what's your favorite anime from childhood, and what's your favorite anime now, and how has it changed since you gotten older? Well, my favorite anime was Sailor Moon. It's not Sailor Moon anymore, but I think it kind of keeps it within the same vein. Like, even though Kill la Kill isn't like a magical girl, like there is still bits of transformation scenes in it, like to an extent. And there's like a lot of themes like of friendship and like trusting yourself and those common tropes. At least that's what's carried with me. Is I think it's really important to have those very strong like underlying beliefs of a show. Like I always like it whenever there's like, always believe in love. Like Sailor Moon is just like, don't always believe in love and friendship. It's fine. Like it's just like a very like stereotypical like girly whatever. But it like did it so well. Like especially for me as a kid. And then just more of those like believe in yourself, believe it, Naruto, whatever. Yeah, I was gonna say yeah. But yeah, I think it's kind of just like one of those things. It's like it's not the same anymore. But I mean, obviously your tastes change. But that's how it is for me at least. But you guys.
So Sailor Moon and Slayers was always tied, which I mentioned like every single week. Sorry about that. But I think Michiko and Hachin is making its way up to my top 3 anime. It was just really refreshing and totally different from any other anime. And it's very empowering to women. It's about different women and their different strengths. So you've got this, hardened criminal who's trying to sort of redeem herself. And you got this little kid who's learning to be more strong and independent. And then you've got all these women in favelas who are doing everything they can to survive. They're not necessarily bad, but they've been put in bad situations. So seeing them all interact together and all try to survive in these hard knock, kind of favelas is really interesting and really awesome. So, yep, I think
Would you say that show is like just like starkly different from like what you watched kind of growing up? Like,
yeah, totally different. It's more grounded in reality. Even the ending, which is happy, but it's still grounded in reality. It's something that you can relate to. And also like things are happy, but not everything turns out the way you think it's going to. And that's just how life is. And I found that completely refreshing. And just the overall themes of the show and the world setting is, it's this fictional Brazilian type country, but you can relate to it. It's all about these criminal elements butting heads and all the people who are caught up in it. And I was like, that's really different than anything else. And it's more adult. And I think that's what I'm looking for. So yeah, I would definitely say so.
The funny thing is, when I think about this, I don't know if what I watched, so the very first thing I ever watched, and I've mentioned this before in the podcast, was the first American dub of Nausicaa. So that was before I even knew anime was anime, right? I just thought it was cartoons. And I would still say that it's like in my top favorite things that I've watched. So I don't know if that means that my taste hasn't changed or I just have no taste in terms of, I think it's an excellent movie, don't get me wrong, but in terms of I don't have any taste beyond that, maybe is what I should be saying.
Well, maybe just the bar is super high.
Yeah. Could be.
So excellent.
Because for me, I think I tend to gravitate more towards something that's a little more subtle in that regard. So there's a lot of shows that I really enjoy, but it doesn't have like that lasting, I want to go see that again. Or it like sticks with me, and I talk about it constantly to people who ask me what I like. I don't know, just something about her character, about the world, about how, I guess I wouldn't say intellectual, but it's not like your typical, I'm going to kill a monster of the week, right? It's post-apocalyptic, this is like what happened to humanity after this like horrible event that occurred. So, I don't know, maybe I'm just looking for something more in that vein. I haven't found it yet. I don't know. I keep saying I don't know, so that's not a good sign.
We could do a call to action if anyone has any suggestions. Sure. That would be good.
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
Nausicaa.
Yeah, but don't say Mononoke because I actually don't like that, and I'm sure that's going to get a lot of comments.
Why not?
I felt like Miyazaki just recycled the same themes from Nausicaa. Like I can see why people really like Mononoke no Hime, but for me, I think I had given my heart to Nausicaa, and I was like, that's it, I'm done. I can't move on.
No, I respect that. I respect that opinion.
Yeah, totally.
So
Me.
Kelly.
Oh gosh. Okay. I also watched a lot of Sailor Moon as a child,
Yay.
and also the Pokemon anime is probably my favorite when I was a kid. I watched
Yeah.
that like every day.
Well represented here today.
Well represented. I watched it every day. My mom would watch it when I wasn't around. Like it was just like Pokemon anime was all over my house. Bye Bye Butterfree still makes me cry.
Aww.
Oh
It is
wow.
sad though.
Yeah, it's really sad. And so, oh god, I love Pokemon so much. I wouldn't say it's my favorite anymore because I don't watch it anymore. Because I'm like Misty left, and I was like whatever. But
true.
yeah, I also really like Kill la Kill a lot. And I really liked Madoka. It's kind of short and sweet and no spoilers, but it was super emotional, and I really enjoyed it. So yeah, I guess my tastes have grown into I like I guess Pokemon had like feelsy stuff, but it was more like yay friendship, like which I like.
Right,
I like
the kid
friendship
kinda-
and love and teamwork, and but moving on to like and I really like Danganronpa. I played the game, but there's an anime adaptation. But like more like hope versus despair. Like I just like, I was like, oh, I love this. So yeah, I definitely kind of went in a different direction, but my tastes are kind of all over the map. So
Sure.
it really depends on like the quality of the anime. I like Ouran High School Host Club a lot, which is just so cute. I like shoujo a lot. I grew into such a shoujo fan because I don't know, I like it a lot.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it is fun.
So all in all, I guess you can say that our taste did change, except for Elena's.
I'm just weird.
no, you just have very refined taste.
Yeah, it's not weird.
It's not weird.
So, listeners, friends, countrymen, let us know.
People of Earth.
the world. Yeah,
People of the world.
Let us know how your tastes changed, if they didn't, or if obviously, like I know a lot of people grew up with like Dragon Ball Z. I have a lot of friends who did,
Right.
and
Yeah.
just like it's still, you know.
They must be
there.
thrilled with the new season coming up.
Oh,
the
yeah.
whole
Yeah, there's some people in the office that are super thrilled.
Yeah.
with that.
Yeah. Good video of Max Scoville freaking out about it. So.
Yeah.
yeah.